Hello and welcome back. Steel Openings here once again, and today is a stock lock Sunday lock day, as well as me reaching back down into what I used to call my little bag of tricks, and I used to do monthly lock segments. And well, I've had a few locks go across my desk in the past couple months. We're going to break them down and show you some of the current months and add in some of the prior months. So the next 6 months should be a fairly good lock segment, so y'all stay tuned for those. Without further ado, let's pan back and show you a little some of what I got here. This one here was really neat. Came across, and it says it's a quick set. Spelled slightly different than we're used to. It looks like the K in the front is further spaced. I'm not positive, but it isn't a quick set that we know of. This one is made in Italy. It came without a key, and I managed to cut the warding into a pre-existing key and get a better focus there, to a pre-existing key and press it. So now it works good. But really cool little lock though. It's got a massive shackle on it. Here you go. Here's a little Brink small ones, master number 3 size. It's got a massive shackle on it. It is a much bigger lock too though. But it's got a massive shackle with a little short body, so it's short and stubby. Really cool lock though. And then I got this little American lock I thought was really cool. And I went to impress it, and getting it to impress it didn't want to work quite right. And I wound up just getting it to pop. Why or how? This is odd. Watch this. Let me zoom in for y'all. You see right there at the tip? Just tip. Alright, right here, you see it's cracked all the way up. This entire cylinder is cracked, as you can see. It's a big bad uh-oh. But if you turn on just this side of the cylinder, it'll turn. This side gets bound up with the actuator, but this side is free and it will turn and open the lock, which is not a safe lock anymore, but definitely a cool looking paperweight. Moving on from there, this is that eagle again that I was working on. I'm just thinking maybe I need to unscrew this side. I'm not sure. If y'all didn't see before, the inside of that thing is empty, blank, nothing there. So it's not the typical open. Moving on now. I cut these out of some Chinese little locks, and they're the sliders. And I try to pick on them a little bit, and they're not easy per se, but they're not impossible either. But if you're not used to them, they're quite the task. Really cool little locks. I thought I could include them in some lock swaps. I got some dimples the same way. Fun little dimples. Got a ugly warding in the keyways. You got to use your curved dimple pick, and they all work great. Thought I could use those as well. I got this wise lock, however you want to call it, with no key, and I picked it and bought a blank key. Picked it, and see if we can show you the rings in it. There you go. You see the little rings there, 1, 2 in the center, 3, and then 2 and 1. So 1, 2, center, 2, 1. Those are the rings that have to be depressed. And once I picked it, I could see where I needed to cut on the key. The center ring, the solid needs to go in the furthest. The two outers need to go in 3/4 of the way, and the one in the between has to be recessed. But once you do that, it seems to work pretty good. So pretty cool little lock. And I wound up paying $6.95 for the lock, no key, and $5 for the key, no lock. And now we have a working set. Saved me a heck of a lot of money. Moving on to these. This one here I had a while back. I received this one from Don's Locks in Australia. It's a pretty awesome fichette padlock. And it's a push lock. So you push that over and the key is curved. And it pushes these levers and it pops open the lock. And this is so hard to impress and even pick. It was very difficult. I had a really hard time. And I made a key for it. And this was out of a standard key. As you can see, I honed it down in the center to make it curved. Oh, let me just get it off of there real quick. There we go. And yeah, that side's the curved side in, so it fits in the hole and pushes the pins in, or the levers in. There we go. It's an awesome little lock. And in my workings with it, trying to figure out how to get it to work, I found this one on eBay. Beautiful, beautiful lock with hardly any wear on it, with the original key. Fun little lock right here. Thought that was amazing. One of the reasons I found that it was really hard to impress or pick is that spring tension is simply holding the shackle down, pushing it out too. And it is so hard to squeeze in, so that's making a big factor of it. So it leaves me with two of these, which is really awesome. Solid brass and a green one. Moving up, I have this STech profile cylinder. And you can see it has 2 rows of dimples. But it also has the slider. This is just like the Yale Superior, kind of like the MT5 Plus. Yeah, MT5 Plus. The multi-lock has 5 inner pins, and the Yale Superior has 1 row of 7. This has 2 rows of 5, so it's slightly different. And of course the sliders are on the bottom side of it. It's an STech. Very difficult lock to pick here. Then I came across this a while back, and it's a Bruhcar, which is a, I believe, French manufacturing company. You see these in France a lot. Quite a nasty looking little key, and quite the nasty little keyway. Goes in and works the lock beautifully. I've only managed to pick this lock one time. A Bruhcar profile cylinder. Here's another Bruhcar. This is the round body. I forget exactly what a barrels type that they call these, but it's Bruhcar also. And it has what looks to be a wafer pins, and the key is double bitted on both sides. So it has 4, like the Duo lock has the upper, lower, and a side one. This one has 2 upper and 2 lower. So split wafers too. Very, very difficult to pick. Awesome little lock. And then we have the Eva MCS, which is a magnetic core. Really, really cool. These can be manipulated. They're not easy and you have to learn them. You don't see them enough for me to, I don't see them enough for me to learn them. And this one is another Eva. This one's a one star kite mark, and it is the EPS XP, which is a sidebar lock with sliders that work as the key pins. It's a really, really cool lock though, but not terribly hard to pick, but nowhere in the realm of easy. And then I've got this beautiful Daaamn S cylinder with the floating drivers. Beautiful lock. Nasty, nasty keyway. Get a better light on it. Nasty little keyway. But, and that's another one. And these are more of my more coveted locks here. I got this one in the mail not too long ago, which was really cool. And you'll see by the outside what it is. It is a van lock. And this is a cam cylinder I had that I didn't have a key for. Now, what I done was I worked out a trade with a good friend of mine for this beautiful van padlock, and he sent me 2 keys with it. So I used my tubular pinning kit and managed to take this one apart and re-key pin it to work with the opposite key. So the same key works both, but that's fine by me. I have this one now, which is gorgeous and will go in my collection of high security locks. Beautiful lock. Thank you again. And I'll sign off of that before we get to be too long of a video. I appreciate y'all joining me on my Stock Lock Sunday review. Kind of a March locks. Spring break is coming up. Some have it this week and some have it next week. What I'm going to work at is I'm going to put out a video this week that will have the comment in it, or the task that needs to be done, as well as, if y'all remember, guessing how many pins are in this little vial. Now they're all size pins and all shapes pins, but we will need to be guessing on it this week sometime. So if we can keep an eye on that and see what you think, get a number in your head, probably the next video or two will be the one you need to answer it in. So it'll give you a little time to think about it. I will also in that video show the giveaway items for the spring break giveaway, my upcoming 400th video, as well as I milestoned another level in subscribers. I hit 1,200. Thank y'all so very much. It blows me away that many people like to see what I have and do. So utmost respect, and I love you all. Anyhow, I'll sign off with that. Y'all please stay safe and always stay legit. If you like this video and like what I do here, please hit that like button. It does a lot for the channel. And if you want to see more, just hit that subscribe button and ding that bell. If you're already subscribed, ding that bell again. It really does help. Till we meet again, peace.